All right. What's going on, fellow gamers? My name is Killawhisk, here at Outlandish for episode 9 of our actual rant videos. We're planning on up to episode 10, and that'll be like the season 1. And we're going to gather all those feedbacks and all that, and just surprise y'all with season 2, which we're eyeing around September and all that jazz. You guys probably noticed there's 9 videos, but we're going to have a collected 10 because there's a lost episode. Because if you've seen my behind the scene videos, I wasn't able to upload it, so it's just gonna be straight raw, but we have that as well, but it'd be a collective 10. So this episode, we're gonna talk about 2 topics. Mine is gonna be the reintroduction of Atari, and they announced by a trailer online or something of that nature, just showing off what it could be, and the company went behind that video and went, oh yeah, we're gonna make a brand new console.
Which is very weird because they haven't made a console in forever. They were one of the ones that started out in the console world back in the 70s.
Yep.
Yeah, of course we don't remember that because it's way too young for our parents. Remember that, but not us. But it was just so weird that they're releasing a new system like out of all these years. I don't know how I feel about that.
I think they want to dive into the retro aspect of things, but Atari has a long way to go.
Which I can understand. I can understand the retro because everyone loves indie games nowadays.
Yeah, indie games, old school retro games that they can bring out. They do have all that back catalog, but too late. I personally think it's too late. They just got out of bankruptcy only by licensing deals, okay, and selling somehow retro games.
I honestly, in my opinion, I think it's just it's too crowded right now. You have Xbox, you have Nintendo, you have Sony, all of them, and then I think, and of course PC too. PC is still popular too. So
here's
all
the thing.
That, and then
here's the thing. Yeah. The Atari said it was going to be based on the PC framework. So
is it technically a PC system?
Will have PC guts, but it won't come out until a few years from now.
I'm assuming when the next generation comes around, when Xbox releases their new system, when PlayStation releases their new system.
I don't.
Right?
Yeah. I say try to do something with mobile. Maybe the Nintendo Switch did something that they kind of like woke up like, oh snap, they could do the old school and they can bring up the new things. Or something,
and look how well the Switch is doing right now.
Yeah, it's doing fantastic. Out the gate, they're doing great. But Atari, though, just stick with Nokia did that with a Nokia N-Gage.
And look what happened to that.
That was a flop. Atari.
No one bought that, like, literally at all. I knew no one who bought that.
iPhones, Androids, you can get any game, so it's like...
And, of course, Nintendo has, like, pretty much down-packed on the handheld systems. So they pretty much do.
Atari, 3DS, I don't think Atari can move. Nowadays, I don't think they can move. Again, as you said, it's crowded. It's
too crowded. Like, I don't know. I mean, I can't knock them out yet because we have not seen nothing. They just announced a new system's coming out in a couple years with literally no information.
PC guts. That's it.
Oh, the PC guts. Yeah, but
bad idea.
We have no idea how it looks. We don't know if it's gonna be just a mini PC system. Who knows?
Bad idea.
And then we don't know how the graphics are gonna be. We don't know what games are going to be. Is it going to have exclusive games? Is it going to have games that everyone else has, but it's going to be put onto that system? Is it going to be cheaper? Is it going to be more expensive?
I don't know, man.
There's still a bunch of questions up in the air.
I don't know. I really don't know. I as soon as I seen that trailer, I was like, what? And then they're like, more years from now, I'm like, okay, you're giving the competition room to excel what you're going to do now.
That's why... Remember from my last thing, don't release shit too early because everyone's gonna be, theories what's gonna happen with the system, what's gonna come with the system, what they want for the system, what they don't want for the system. You're giving them a couple of years to think of that.
By the time
it's a
huge Xbox 720, maybe.
And then by the time when it comes out, it's probably not going to meet anyone's expectations, and then you're going to fail like how Sega failed in their console system.
Just stop, Atari. Don't do it. Just don't do it. I mean, yeah, this is us talking, but just don't do it.
Like I said, if Atari, you want to keep
adjust
making
your
games,
forecast.
just keep making games. That's fine. You have other systems to
Yeah,
release them
you just
for.
got
You
out of
don't have to have
bankruptcy.
your
Let's
own
get comfortable
system.
first.
You
Let's
don't
get
have
comfortable
to have your own
first.
system.
That's all I gotta say. That's mine.
That's gonna cause you to go bankrupt even further.
And then that whole company will be wiped.
Seriously. Huge
That's
mistake.
Yeah, huge. I personally don't like it. He says huge mistake. Surprise us. We'll see. Your side.
So what I want to talk about is it was showing some different kind of things on E3, and of course things been recently released and going to be released. Remakes and remasters.
A whole lot too.
That's like, it seems like for the past couple of years there's been nothing but remakes and remasters.
Not to plug in too. They just announced Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered now sold as a standalone for $40. Ain't that bullshit?
You see things like that, and then
So-
of course Modern Warfare 2. No, the original one. What was remastered on the Call of Duty recently?
That was the one I was just talking
Oh,
about.
the one.
Yeah,
They just released that standalone.
It was bundled with Infinity Warfare,
Which I know that, that's the one we own. Yeah,
which is like just a sly way of saying eat my corny ass game, but then you get
So now they release it
regular
on
Modern
their
Warfare,
own.
and now it's standalone. That's a dick move.
Now with games like that, it's like sometimes it's a good thing to do, modernize the graphics. Like a great example of a good one is the new Crash Bandicoot and trilogy that's coming out next week. Actually, this couple of days right now. It's coming on the 30th.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great way to do it. Those games are like almost 20 years old. Well, actually, the first and the second one is 20 years old. The third one's almost 20 years old. Perfect timing for people like you. Upgrade the graphics, you upgrade the control system, you bring the young kids right now to this
To get hip
on what we played when we was a child. So it seems like it'll be good. Of course, we don't know 100% yet, but from everything I've seen, from gameplays and what I've seen,
I think a bunch of remasters and remakes
gonna be.
It seems like it's cash cows.
Well, that's what I was gonna get to.
Yeah.
When you do too much remasters, you're like, okay, great, this game did fantastic. Let me just make it a little prettier and release it again so it'll do fantastic again because I know everyone will buy it.
And I wouldn't blame them because that's easy money. But at times, it could probably stall the studio.
Well, my thing is sometimes I think they don't do enough to the remaster. Let's get one example. The Final Fantasy X and X-2 for the PS3 and then PS4. There's a remaster of the Final Fantasy X that came out originally for the PS2. Yes, the graphics are a little better, I would say, and I'm not going to say anything because I did buy it, but nothing much was put into it other than just...
It was like a copy and paste.
Pretty much. You made it a little prettier. Of course, you have trophies. But
and you have to own it on the new system's catalog of your
exactly.
games.
And they re-released it again for the PS4. What they really released it for the PS3.
See, and that's where you know they're just reaching.
What? It's like
they're like slowly creeping
like...
to you all in and go.
And then another
gotcha,
one
bitch.
which it got me excited, but then I thought about it. Shadow of the Colossus, which was announced on E3 this year that they're going to do like a remake or a remaster. They didn't really go into much detail, but we got one already back on the PS3 a couple of years ago. Unless
this is a remaster, like a whole from the ground up.
Well, that's the thing. Nothing has been too much detailed about it. And knowing the studio company, who knows when the hell it'll come out? They're the same ones who made Last Guardian.
Oh, jeez.
So who knows?
So that epic trailer becomes Atari graphic on that PC system in like the next 5 years.
But the thing is, for me to even be like extremely excited and get the game, you need to add more boss battles, make the game even like
online too.
It's already big too, but a game like that,
co-op.
Maybe co-op, but I don't think a game like that will work online though.
Yeah,
it's
switch it up, do something different.
But my main thing is, because I love the battle system. I love that you basically, the whole thing is defeat bosses and travel the land to find these bosses and defeat them, climb them, and defeat them. The first game was so good, but it did end pretty short. So maybe they can add more creatures to it.
Downloadable content.
That would be good. As long as it's free. Don't make me pay for it.
Well, if they're releasing it, remastering it to get more money, why don't they take more money with DLC, right?
Because they don't need to do that. I'm spending $60 on a game. Why would they need to do that more? Like, no. No, that'll be another video.
I'm always like the marketing PR of some companies,
Yeah,
but I'm very raw. Like, it does make sense. It makes sense, but it sucks and it's unfortunate for the consumer to spend so much money for extra editions.
Exactly. So that's my thing. But like I said, like I don't mind remakes. Like Ratchet and Clank. I'm actually playing that right now. You'll be seeing my live streams. I just literally just ended a live stream. So check that out when you get a chance. But that one is pretty much like a remaster retelling of the first game.
A different take on a remake?
Kinda. It's like a different take on a remake, and it's actually pretty good. It's bringing me back memories from the first one, but it's also like, you know, new and stuff like that. Like I think I'm almost.
But would you feel better if you cracked up with the old disc? Like a Nintendo cartridge and pop that in there.
Well, that's the thing, cause I'm an old school gamer and I do like playing my old school stuff, and I actually don't mind. I know people like the remasters because it ups the graphics. It maybe does the control, which that's good. You know, fix up the controls, but it ups the graphics. But for me, graphics isn't everything. It's like, I don't mind playing the old games. Like, I still play the old Crash Bandicoots. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm probably going to get the new one because that's probably going to be a game I'll be streaming.
Which?
The new Crash Bandicoot.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I think that's a game I'm going to be streaming once I'm done with this Ratchet, because I love platformers. And
don't that Ratchet shit. I'm going to play my Crash.
That's what I'm thinking. But it's just like, Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 was kind of like re-released and kind of added, like, up the graphics a little bit, added some extra stuff. That's a good example of re-releasing it. That was released for the GameCube. Remember the Sonic DX and the Sonic? Yeah. Yep. That's one that's a good one too. That, you know, it kind of was released because Dreamcast didn't do well, didn't sell well, so they had to re-release it again for a more modern system, which, you know, GameCube.
Yeah. They couldn't handle their system.
Exactly.
Atari, listen and listen quick.
Exactly. You know, that's the thing.
That's remasters.
That's what I think.
And my take is that what I don't really like what companies do, and obviously Activision is infamous and it was just terrible at it, is adding that remake of Modern Warfare Remastered on top to get Infinity Ward, and it made it that you have to pay $80 to get that. So you had to deal with a butt-ass game they sold based off the Modern Warfare Remastered hype.
The funny thing is, if I didn't get you that game, you would have in a heartbeat bought that Modern Warfare remake in a heartbeat. But now that you already bought it, you don't need to because you already have it.
Yep. First of all, thank you for the Christmas gift.
I mean, it's good for the Christmas gift, but if
June
you
27th or June 30th it comes out, I think it's June 27th. Then a standalone, and only for PS4 and PS4 digital and physical. So I guess Xbox you could still be able to get it, but you have to buy Infinity Ward, which is I don't get it.
Well, the thing is, you have to buy Infinity Ward Day 1 edition, right? Not just Infinity Ward period.
Yeah, you gotta buy.
It has to be the Day 1 edition.
Yep, $80.
Like I said, because I remember when I had to look for that.
Xbox owners are still fucked. At least PS4 can get out of that and buy it separately.
Yeah, because I don't think there's no more Day 1 editions.
Yeah, no.
I don't think they are. Unless you get them used.
Yeah. So does that conclude everything?
I think that's good. I think I'm good. Yeah.
So very, very basic. Episode 10, we're gonna be like the last episode for the season 1, and we're gonna get some really big on that.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do that. Mass Syndicate Gaming. Like, subscribe, comment. Street Gaming is gonna be starting as soon as the rants are concluding. And there's going to be a lot. It's going to be hilarious. More live streams from Outlandish, Killawhisk, and all the team, and you'll get to know more of the team. We're going to be more proactive on it, so a lot of behind the scenes, a lot of good stuff. Mass Syndicate Gaming, like, subscribe, comment, Twitter, Facebook, Video Game Mino. You still need to sign up on that because you were so confused.
I was trying to figure that out. Yeah. I'm sorry.
But Amino, Video Game Mino, and search Mass Syndicate Gaming or MSC. It's on and popping. Peace.